have our flip stream live. So here we are. I want to welcome everybody. I'm here with my partner, Mr. Lawrence Hilson, over at Capital City Home Buyers, and we're waiting for some people to join on with us. But right now, we are live on Facebook and we are live on YouTube. So, for those of you who are joining us on Facebook, thank you, and really appreciate you all. Make sure that we are live on Facebook. Yep, we are live on Facebook. I see it right here on my phone. There we are. Let me check out, see if we are, make sure that we're live on YouTube. Check out our YouTube live. Make sure that we are live and streaming on YouTube as well. And yes, we are live on YouTube, looks like. Make sure here. Yep. Let me mute my volume here on my YouTube channel. I got my volume going wide open on this thing, man. All right, there we go. And we are live on YouTube as well. So there we have it. We are live on both Facebook and we are live on YouTube, and we are waiting for people to join us and join the conversation. All right, today's conversation is going to be about the industry. Okay, the industry as a whole, wholesaling, flipping properties, foreclosure rescue. We're gonna talk about the industry now. In any industry, okay, there's an industry out there that does not have people who take advantage of that industry. Okay, and we're talking about scams. We're talking about scams that are part of any industry. And in this industry, because we're dealing with people who are vulnerable, we're dealing with people who are vulnerable. We're dealing with people who are desperate. We are dealing with people who have been taken advantage of. We're dealing with people who are, just in a bad place. Losing your home is something terrible. I know. I went through it myself. Okay, when I was homeless, part of being homeless. Before I was homeless, I had a nice home, had a nice career. Had everything that you could probably want. But when the industry collapsed back then in 2007, 2008, I found myself homeless. Couldn't afford to pay my mortgage, couldn't afford to pay my bills and things like that, and there's a lot of shame that comes with that. There's a lot of humiliation, embarrassment. You feel, undignified. You feel guilty. There's a lot of guilt that comes with that too. Believe it or not, people say, "Well, what do you feel? What do you feel guilty about not being able to maintain your financial status? You feel guilty about not being able to save your home. You feel guilty about not being able to provide for you and your family and the people who depend on you." There's a lot of guilt that comes with that. And in this industry and in any industry, when people start preying upon people who are in those positions, they're easy prey. Let's face it, they're easy prey. So you do have a lot of people out there who take advantage of that, and they come in and they make these people these offers to, all kind of crazy offers. I got them. People calling me up, say, "Hey, let's hold on here." People are calling me up and saying, "Let's do this, let's do that. Let's see if we can just pay off your mortgage and do that." Yeah, I already got that. Yeah, people, are calling you up saying, "Let's do this, let's do that, and let's, see if we can, just pay off your whatever your arrears are, and then that's it. No cash in your pocket. No, let us help you structure your mortgage. Let us help you stay in the home." They just want to get your property. Now, there's nothing wrong with that if the person who has a property has a place to go, they have other resources or whatever the case may be. Okay, but for the most part, these people don't. They really don't. Okay. And then you have a lot of people that's doing these foreclosure rescue, and there's a good portion of those that are scams. Okay, where people say, well, yeah, let's do a foreclosure rescue, and they want you to pay money up front. I mean, I had someone approach me back when I was going through my foreclosure. They wanted me to pay them $2,500 up front for them to help save my home. Okay, well, if I can't afford to pay my mortgage, how can I afford to pay you $2,500? I mean, come on, really? And then there was this other group that wanted me to pay them $700 a month. You know, while they work on saving my home. And these are really just scams. They're not really saving your home. They're just prolonging the process. Mm-hmm. But your home still eventually gets foreclosed on.
Right.
So what does an actual real foreclosure rescue program look like? Well, today we're going to show you what a real foreclosure rescue program, a real foreclosure rescue plan and program. We're going to show you what it looks like. And then we're also going to show you and tell you what it takes to make that happen. Because remember, you cannot have a true foreclosure rescue plan without having capital.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? That's number one. If you don't have the capital to be able to rescue these homes, there's no other way for you to have a true foreclosure rescue program.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if anybody begs to differ, please come on or send me a text or come on here and in the message box. Let's hear from you in the chat box, and let's hear from you and let's see. Because I've never seen a foreclosure rescue plan, a true legitimate foreclosure rescue plan that did not involve the people who are doing the rescue paying off that mortgage.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then being able to restructure you into a different mortgage, another mortgage, right? That was less than the mortgage you was paying before. Now, if it's not doing that, it's not a foreclosure rescue. Okay.
Right.
Now you can do foreclosure avoidance. You can avoid foreclosure by what we do what we're doing now, because we're trying to raise the capital in order to be able to do true 100% foreclosure rescue. Right now, we're doing foreclosure avoidance where we reach out to people and say, look, you have a home that's in foreclosure. Okay, it may not have been scheduled for an auction yet, or it may have been scheduled for an auction. But here's what we're willing to do. We're willing to offer you enough money to pay off the mortgage. That way you avoid foreclosure. That's called foreclosure avoidance. Now, that's foreclosure avoidance. That's not foreclosure rescue. You're not rescuing them. You're not rescuing the home. You're rescuing, you're rescuing them from foreclosure, but you're not saving their home. So that's literally just you're helping them to avoid foreclosure. All right. Mm-hmm. Now, us, Flipstream, okay, Mr. Law, okay, and his company, we never make an offer to someone to pay off their mortgage, to pay off their liens. I won't say necessarily mortgage, because sometimes it's a lien. It may not be a mortgage that they're going into foreclosure over. It may be a lien, a city lien, a county lien, a work project lien, or someone did the roof and they put a lien on it, or whatever the case may be. But we never make an offer to pay off the liens, the existing liens, that does not include cash in the seller's pocket. Also. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. I mean, what's the point? What's the point? There's no point in making people offer just to pay off their liens, and then after that, they're stuck. They got no money to help them start over, no money to help them move on. They're basically homeless for the most part, unless they have family or some very, very good friends that will allow them to move in with them. Mm-hmm. Okay, but so they're basically homeless.
Right.
That's not a good deal, right?
That's right.
So here at Flipstream, we would never, ever, ever, ever make an offer to anyone that we're offering to buy their home. We will never make an offer that does not include cash in their pocket. And we try to structure every deal till it includes at least a minimum of $20,000 cash in their pocket. Okay, because look, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000, that's really not a lot of money. That's not a lot of money to help someone to start over.
Mm-hmm.
And we can all agree, I mean, inflation is high, rent is high. I mean, that wouldn't even cover the first and last month and security deposit, of moving into an apartment nowadays. $5,000, it really wouldn't. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So when we approach people through Flipstream, the first thing that we're doing, we're making sure that we've evaluated the properties, and we teach all of our real estate day traders to do the same thing. Matter of fact, we won't even accept a partnership deal from our real estate day traders where the property does not have at least 70% equity, which would allow us to structure that deal to pay off all their liens and put a minimum of $20,000 in their pocket. That's why we tell our real estate day traders, you cannot submit deals to us that are less than 70%. Right, Law?
Absolutely correct.
I mean, what's your thought on this?
I think that what you're saying is absolutely correct, Calvin. You have to focus on helping the person that's in critical need. Foreclosure is not something that people like to go through, but the last thing they need is to lose their house and get nothing in return for it. And so I think it's important that we drill this one home, that to all our people that are out there working these foreclosures, make sure that you understand that we're not just in it to grab a house and go flip it. We're actually first in it to see how we can offer value and be of benefit to the seller. And I know if I were in that position, I wouldn't want to lose my house, whether it be to the bank or to some investor, and not have anything to show for it. So I think it's fair, Calvin, that we make that a critical part of what we're doing.
Exactly. And look, when I first envisioned Flipstream, and everything that it's supposed to be doing, my core reasoning for creating this platform the way I did was to keep people from going through what I went through. I mean, I wound up homeless because, first of all, people were coming at me and they were like, "Oh, well, let's do a win-win deal." Okay, well, I'm thinking a win-win deal is, okay, if you're gonna pay off my home or whatever case may be, you're gonna buy the home and you're gonna pay their bills and then you can put some cash in my pocket. Well, that's a win-win. But what they considered, a win-win was, well, we'll pay your arrears or we'll pay off your liens, and then that'll keep a foreclosure off your credit for 7 years. Okay, but no money in my pocket. I mean, the home's got over $100,000 of equity in it. And you're not going to give me any cash, any of the equity.
Right.
You're going to pay off my, $40,000. You're going to pay off my, $140,000, but the home is worth, $280,000. You're not going to give me any of the equity. You're just going to pay off the note and then just send me out the door with nothing, no place to go, no money to start over, no nothing.
There are people that will do that.
I mean,
there
seriously.
are people that will do it. Yeah.
I mean, seriously.
Yeah.
Those are the kind of offers that a lot of people be making because they're just vultures.
Right.
They're vultures.
Right.
Now, my having gone through that and know what it's like. Look, I'm not doing this, and I tell people, well, ma'am, I can somewhat know how you feel. No, I know what you go. I know how you feel because I was there. I was in that situation. Okay,
wow.
I know what it feels like to be faced with foreclosure. I know what it feels like to lose your home. I know what it feels like to have scam artists coming at you day in and day out, just trying to get legal ownership of your property.
Mm-hmm.
Laura and I were just talking before we went live. We were talking about subject twos. Okay. There is a lot of people that acquire properties through a legal subject to, and they do it legitimately. Okay. But then, like I said, with any industry, you have these scam artists. You have a lot of them that come to you and say, well, let's do a subject to. Now, when someone comes to me and says, let's do a subject to, first of all, my antenna goes up. Because I'm in the industry and I know what can be, I know how a subject to can be used to scam somebody out of their property. Okay. I do a lot of research. Yeah, I do a lot of research. And there are scams out there where people say, well, let's do a subject to. But remember, when you do a subject to, you are basically giving them legal ownership of your property. That's what you're doing. You're giving them legal ownership of the property. Now, your property could be in foreclosure, and usually when people do subject to, they do it for people who are just at the very first part of the house hasn't gone to auction yet. It's about 4, 5, 6 months away from auction. Because here's what they're looking to do, or it's in lease pending. Maybe a year or 2 years away from even being auctioned off. But see, here's what they do. They'll say with their mouth, let's do a subject to. And then what they'll say is, I will take care of the arrears. Okay? You do a subject to. Okay? That gets you out of the property. You can walk away from it. Right? Then I will make the monthly payments. I will take over the payments. Okay? That's another part of subject to. They say, I will take over the monthly payments. But once you sign that deed in that subject to, over to them, they don't have to pay them. They don't have to pay those arrears.
You're right. If you sign it, yeah, for sure.
They don't have to pay. They don't have to pay the late payments that you owe to the mortgage company. They don't even. I'm gonna give you another thing. They don't even have to make the mortgage payment.
Yeah, I just went by a guy's house that wanted me to buy the house, and he had done that very same thing. He gotten scammed out of his house. The promise to pay was what he signed on, which was the worst thing he could ever do. And that's why here at Flipstream, we're offering to pay.
Yeah.
Right.
And they make it sound legal by saying, well, here's a promissory note.
Yeah, promise to pay. Right.
You know,
right.
Let's do a subject to. You're signing a legal document that is legally giving them ownership of your home. You relinquish your rights, all your rights to the home forever.
Right.
Okay. Now they do a promissory note. This is just to make the scam look good. They'll do a promissory note saying, okay, well, we promise to pay this, we promise to pay that, and this is that. Okay. No. Okay. And then they send the person packing. The person think, well, okay, at least I got out from under that. Well, I'm gonna have foreclosure on my credit, and this and that, or whatever it may be. Then they're gone. But guess what? That person has no legal obligation really to pay that mortgage, to pay the arrears, none of that. The property is still in foreclosure, but guess what? They can still make money on it because they can list it. They can still rent the property out because it hasn't been actually sold at auction yet. It's not completely foreclosed on until it's actually the house has been sold at auction and it's going to the auction, and someone else now just ownership of that property. But before that time, in some cases, that can be a few months or that can be a couple of years. So for that, those 4, 5, 6 months to maybe 2 years, the person who you now has legal ownership of that property, you've given them legal ownership of property. Guess what? They can rent it out, be making money during that whole time. They can put it on Airbnb, be making money during that whole time. See, it's really just a scam to get ownership of the property so they can now monetize it. But guess what? When the foreclosure does finally hit, guess whose credit that is on? Not theirs, but yours.
Right.
Okay. And this is the thing that I wanted when I created Flipstream, and we wanted to create our foreclosure rescue program. This is the thing that we wanted to change about the industry. this is the thing that we wanted to make sure that our foreclosure rescue program, our foreclosure avoidance program is completely transparent. For one thing, in our foreclosure rescue program, we are not doing a promissory note. We're doing a purchase contract and an assignment of contract that comes with the offer to actually purchase the property. Now, are we going to get 50% of the time, are we going to get that money from an end buyer? Yes. But there is going to be a closing at a title company, not just at a dinner table signing a promissory note.
Correct.
Okay. We are going to set up an actual closing at a title company where all the title work and everything changes hands. The end buyer brings the money. That money is then divided up to all the people that supposed to get their portion of that money. If we promised the seller that we was gonna make an offer for them to pay off their existing lien, let's say their lien is $35,000, and let's say we offer them $10,000 or $20,000 to put in their pocket, so that means it's a $55,000 offer. Right?
Right.
So we're on the hook for that $55,000 offer that we made to them. $30,000 to $35,000 to pay off their liens, and another $10,000. I'm sorry, another $20,000 that goes in the pocket to help them to start over. Okay? That's currently what we are doing now with Flipstream. That's currently what our real estate day traders are doing. They are finding those deals using our tools and resources and our mentorship, our advice, our training. They're using all the stuff that we provide for them to go out and locate those deals that fit that criteria so we can make those offers, right, and get those contracts signed, right? So we offer them to pay off their liens plus put $20,000 in their pocket. Okay? Now, the second part of that, then we go out after we get them contracted and we get them signed to the contract, and we get the offer to purchase signed, we get the assignment, agreement signed, all that's done. Then we go out and Law Hilson, my partner, first thing he does is he starts beating the bushes with all of his direct network of cash buyers. People who he know has the money, who does buy homes, who's looking for these great deals.
Absolutely right.
So we can close very quickly.
That's right.
14 days, sometimes less. Right? That's what his part is. Okay, I take care of contacting people, getting them on the contract, and all this stuff, and making the offer. Once he does that, right? Once he finds the buyer, then either me or him, we will set up the closing. For my company, RBBS LLC is the company that's on file that's setting up the closing to getting all the closing done and we're gonna set it up with a title company.
Correct.
Most title companies are law firms. They're lawyers. Okay? They're real estate attorneys. So we're setting up closings with real estate attorneys. Now, when we set these closings up, those real estate attorneys, the title companies, they are doing all the title work. They're making sure that there's no other liens out there that needs to be paid off. Okay? That's why they do a title search. They're making sure that there's no other liens that need to be paid off. They'll also collect that check sent over from the end buyer. Now, let's say Mr. Hilson finds an end buyer for us on those projects, or let's say this particular project. Matter of fact, I'm gonna see if I can share my calculator here. What's my share screen? There we go. Let me see if I can share my calculator here. Oh yeah, I'm just gonna share the calculator. There we go. All right. And can y'all see my calculator?
Not yet.
Well, I put share my calculator up. It should be.
Now we can. It's up there now.
All right, cool. There we go. Cool. All right. So we got my calculator up. So let's say on this particular deal, let's say we've got a home that's valued at $190,000. All right. But let's say that person owes $30,000 on their lien. They owe $30,000 on the lien. The home is valued at $190,000. They owe $30,000 on the lien. Now we tell our people don't send us anything that doesn't have at least 70% equity in it. So we do this. We take minus 70%. So the home has got at least $133,000 worth of equity in it. Okay. Home has that much equity in it. So $133,000. So $133,000 are worth of equity. Now, let's say this person owes $30,000 on their mortgage or on their liens. Okay, so it owes $30,000, right? So we still have minus that. We still have $103,000 of equity. Now, let's go back. Remember, the home was worth $190,000. Let's say we offered this person $30,000 plus another $20,000 to put in their pocket. That's the $50,000 to throw off. So when that goes to closing, now let's say we got Mr. Hilson Law found an end buyer that will pay us 60% of that $190,000, 60% of the value. So that's a good deal for an end buyer, right? Because remember, they're always looking for properties that they can pay no more than 70% of the after repaired value or the estimated value. Okay. So the value is $190,000. Let's say he finds someone who will pay us 60% of the value. So that minus 60%. So that means he found someone who will bring $114,000 to the closing. Now, what happens to the $114,000? That $114,000 is going to go to the title company. Okay, we would never have an end buyer send us a check of anything. No money comes directly to us.
Right.
It's going to the title company. Those real estate attorneys.
It's going to the escrow.
It's going to the escrow. It's going to be held in the title company's escrow bank. This is how title companies work. So that money now goes to the title company and held in their escrow. Now, what do they do with that $114,000? They're going to divide $114,000 up and pay everybody who is on that lien and who's on that sales contract that's entitled to money, right? So out of the $114,000, you got $30,000 that's going to the bank or the lien holder, okay? Right?
Right.
Then you got $20,000 that's going to the seller. So we promised them $20,000 in their pocket. Right? That leaves $64,000. Now, where does that $64,000 go, everybody?
Goes to the day trader.
Exactly. Okay. This is how real estate day trading works, and this is how everything is done at the closing. So they have a check there for the $30,000 to the lender or the bank or whoever the seller owes that money to, the lien holder. If it's two banks and one bank gets $10,000, the other bank gets $20,000, they have two checks cut. One for $10,000 to First National Bank, or for $20,000 for the HSD credit union, or whatever the case may be. Right? They have the $20,000 that we promised to the seller, right? Check cut to them. $20,000 cut to the seller, check cut to them, that's their money. Right? The title company gets their fee, $1,200, $2,400, whatever it is. Usually somewhere around that on something on a deal like this. They get their title fees, right? Get paid, and then the rest of that check comes to us. Our I gotta take this, y'all, real quick. That's my mom. You gotta answer the call when mom calls.
I know that's right.
Give me a second, everybody. Hey. Hello? Hey, how you doing? I'm doing great. I'm actually in the middle of one of our live broadcasts. But I was just calling just to check on you, see how you was doing. You know, I don't know how late it was. I was probably up late. It actually probably was a butt dial. So I don't know, because I fell asleep in front of my computer. So, but I'll call you back as soon as I finish, okay? All right, love you. Right. All right. You got to take the call, when mom calls. I don't care what you do. Okay. When mom calls, you got to take the call.
I
Right.
know, right? Amen.
Yeah, so, I don't care what I'm doing. I don't care what it is I'm doing. When mom calls, I'm picking up the phone.
Okay.
All right. Simple as that. All right. So we are. All right. So you got this. So that money there is what goes to the day trader. If the day trader did that deal on their own, guess what? They just made $64,000. If the day trader did a partnership deal with us, guess what? They get half and we get half.
32,000.
So the day trader just made $32,000. If the day trader did a consultation with us, a mentorship session, where we walk them through doing that deal. We help them find it. We help them do the calculation on it. We walk them through it step by step. Then they owe, if they did their consultation with Mr. Hilson, they owe him 10% of that $64,000, $6,400. If they did it with me, they owe me 10%. Later on, as our day traders become more experienced and start doing more and more deals, and they become mentors, they can charge anywhere from 10 to 20% on their fees. But none of that is paid until what? Closing of the project.
Right.
Now, back to what we said about us being transparent and making sure that we're looking out for the interests of a person as best we can. Because you can't completely dissolve people of not paying their mortgage, or you can't completely set them up completely. I mean, you just can't do it unless you're a philanthropist. I'm not. I'm not a billionaire. Mr. Hilson, are you a billionaire yet?
Not yet.
Okay, so
Soon
safe to say we can't afford to just pay off people's mortgages. Put $56,000 in the pocket and send them on their way, and we don't get anything out of it.
Right.
We can't afford to do that, okay? Because we're not philanthropists, so we're not billionaires, okay? So we're not at that point yet. Okay? But what we can do, we can give people something for them to start over, relieve that stress of having to deal with that foreclosure, not have to worry about it being on their credit, okay? And give them enough money, enough capital, enough funds to somewhat be able to start over.
Right.
Make their transition a little bit easier. Okay. And all of this is done through the legal process of going through the title company. Okay. So the title company has those checks. They'll make those checks out to the different people who's supposed to get those checks. They disperse those checks. Everybody signs, and then that's it. The mortgage company's now paid off. The foreclosure stops. The foreclosure process stops. They have avoided foreclosure.
Correct.
Okay. It's not going to be on their credit. No more calls from the bank. None of they have avoided foreclosure. That person now has 20 grand in their pocket. In some cases, we may be offering them more. There's a deal that I'm working on right now where we can offer the person $50,000, and we'll still make $42,000.
Me and Tim were looking at a deal where we could actually offer
in California, right?
150,000. Yeah, we could have offered 150,000 in California.
So that's putting $150,000 in the seller's pocket. Now remember, this is someone who was facing foreclosure. Now you're calling them and say, "Hey, look, Mr. So and so and Mrs. So and so and so. My name is Mr. Law Hilson, or my name is Tim, whoever the day trader is. My name is Tim, and I'm a real estate investor, and I represent a group of cash buyers who are very interested in making an offer to pay off your existing liens on your property, helping you to avoid foreclosure. You don't have to worry about the foreclosure being in your credit. It will stop the foreclosure right then and there. And we're able to put $150,000 in your pocket at closing. That's something that can help you and your family. I mean, come on, really?
Mm-hmm.
Now, mind you, this is in California where property values are a lot higher, so you can do that in California. You can do that.
Right.
Actually, you can do that. I'm in a lot of big cities,
Right.
in
Right.
a lot of big metropolitan areas where home values are, running high. Some places in Nevada, Florida, Miami, Orlando, the
Mm-hmm.
Atlanta area, New York. There's a whole bunch of places. Even some places in South Carolina, around these
Mm-hmm.
golf courses and things like that. These big places. There's a lot of places where when you got these values that's so high, and the amount of money that they owe compared to what the house is worth, there's a big gap, right? Then
Yeah.
you can put those types of deals together and make those type of deals where you can put $150,000 in someone's pocket. And by the way, how much money is Tim making on that deal?
He said he'd be satisfied with 75 grand, but he could easily make probably 150 to 200 off of it, 200K.
Yeah, depending on
Mm-hmm.
the end buyer.
Right. Because now
Take them with.
we felt sorry for this particular seller because they got a $500,000 house that they're about to lose over a $38,000
Wow.
leftover debt, So
Wow.
whereas like you say, some people would probably be tempted to come in and just offer $40,000 to pay off the debt. But that would be ridiculous when there's almost $500,000 worth of equity there.
Exactly.
And the home is probably, from the looks of it, the home is in great shape. Probably doesn't need much work at all. So, I joked with Tim in the training. I wish the recording didn't come through. The Zoom ended up glitching out, and we couldn't salvage the recording. But it was very good training, and what I was at the point of trying to share with Tim that here's a big chunk of money. How much would you like to make off of this? He said he'd be satisfied with 75K, but you're looking at offering them 150,000, also paying off the $38,000 mortgage. That's about 200K, and you got another 300 plus $1,000 in equity there to go after. So and being that a buyer would only have to come in, and I mean, they wouldn't have to do much work to the house. The house was clean. I mean, it was a very tight house. In other words, it was pristine. So you're coming in there, a buyer's going to come in there and maybe even pay upwards of 80%. When a buyer doesn't have to do any work, you can get sometimes 80-85% of a property, especially when you're out in California, and 15% of that property is going to be dang near $100,000 in profit. So,
So now I know a lot of our viewers will probably say, well, if the property has that much equity, the property's in that good of shape, why don't he just sell it,
put it on the market.
put it on the market? It's not for us to ask the reason why.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, there could be any number of reasons why that is. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
we don't know what those reasons are. But what we do know is that they haven't done it.
Mm-hmm.
They're not going to do it,
mm-hmm.
probably because they can't do it, and it is in foreclosure, and it
Mm-hmm.
will be taken by whoever buys it at the auction
Mm-hmm.
if that person doesn't do something.
Well, this is a plug for this opportunity to plug the long-term rescue plan, because I think what happens, this person is still in the home and they obviously want to keep their home.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? And over $38,000, I mean, that may be in California a couple months pay. You know what I mean? So this person may be trying to figure out how they're gonna keep their home. And that would make sense. I would be,
And look,
so
and like you say, that is the perfect setup for what we're planning on doing once we get the capital. Because remember, you cannot have a true foreclosure rescue without capital.
Mm-hmm.
can have it.
Mm-hmm.
So here is our strategic plan. Our strategic plan is, first of all, is to get that 1,000 subscribers to our Flipstream platform. We get 1,000 subscribers to our Flipstream platform. That gives us a recurring revenue of a minimum of $20,000 per month.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Next goal is to get the 100
lifetime
members. Lifetime membership is $2,500. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
We get our 100 lifetime members. We only have 100 lifetime memberships available. And by the way, our Flipstream monthly subscription is $19.99 per month. Let me share my screen here real quick. Let me share. There we go. Google Chrome. All right. So our Flipstream, our foreclosure rescue program. Let me find my. All right. Can everybody see my screen still?
Yes, sir.
All right, great. So our pricing for Flipstream is $19.99 per month. Early access member, all access locked in for the first 1,000 subscribers. So for our first 1,000 subscribers, you get locked in at $19.99 per month. Okay. Once we hit that number, then the monthly membership for everybody else is going to be $79 per month. Okay. Mm-hmm. This is so you get access to all the tools, resources, training, our mentorship, everything you need to be able to flip properties using none of your own money, none of your own credit to start off with. And, as you just seen, you can structure deals like Tim is doing. But he said he'd be satisfied with 75 grand in that deal, but Mr. Hilton has already shown him that you could possibly make 140, 150, even $200,000 on that deal.
Mm-hmm.
And put $150,000 in the seller's pocket.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, and don't think when you hear these numbers that, oh, that's just one of the million. No, it's not.
Mm-mm. No, that was like the first one we found, and we had only looked at like 3. Exactly. And we had 11,000 to go.
Exactly. So it's not like this is just this is just the one that they're talking about because that's the only one they found out of a million of them. No, mm-hmm. No, that is not the case. Deals like that are really a dime a dozen. Mm-hmm. You use our research tools and the things that we give you access to find those deals. Mm-hmm. Okay. Now, with that being said, $19.99 for our first 1,000 subscribers. Once we hit that 1,000 subscribers, that will give us a recurring revenue stream of about 20 grand per month. Okay. Once we do our 100 lifetime membership, that will give us capital of about $250,000. Once we reach that number, $250,000, about $20,000 in recurring revenue, then we can implement our foreclosure rescue plan. Okay. Mm-hmm. Foreclosure rescue involves us not just paying off someone's liens and putting cash in their pocket for them to start over. Our foreclosure rescue plan will include, first of all, it's a 2-part program. It is a 2-part program. I want everybody to understand something. Our foreclosure rescue program is a 2-part program. The first part is we go in and we acquire their property by paying off their liens. Let me share my screen here. Let me share my calculator again. Y'all give me a second here. Let me share my calculator again. I'm going to share it with everything. I'm going to share the entire screen this time. All right. All right. Are y'all able to see my screen, the entire screen now?
Yes.
Okay. Are y'all able to see the calculator also too?
Yes.
All right, great. All right. So the first part of the rescue program, Flipstream's foreclosure rescue program, the first part of that involves us acquiring their home by paying off their lien. So let's say they let's use the scenario where we just looked at, $190,000 in value. They have equity of $133,000. We get an offer from the end buyer for $114,000, and they owe $30,000. We're gonna put, and they owe $30,000, in their mortgage, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. But see now, because we're doing the rescue, we're gonna take out the end buyer. We're not gonna be seeking that $114,000 that we're gonna get from the end buyer.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna use our own money.
Mm-hmm.
That $250,000 plus that $20,000 in reoccurring revenue. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so we're gonna be basically deleting the step of where we reach out to our cash investors and try to get the money for them to bring the money to the table as the end buyer for us to pay off the mortgage, the liens, and put $20,000 in this person's pocket.
Mm-hmm.
So that step is out. Instead, we're going to take our own money, right? Because now we have $250,000 plus we have $20,000 per month coming in,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
So now we have the revenue to just pay that $30,000.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
on the link,
Mm-hmm.
and we will actually, when we will pay that off in the form of a offer to purchase.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, where we actually set up a closing. We're gonna send the money to the title company, our own money,
Mm-hmm.
right? Title
Mm-hmm.
company's gonna get that check for the $30,000. Plus, we're gonna add another $20,000 in. We're gonna try to add another $20,000 into the person.
Mm-hmm.
So the offer is gonna be, Mr. Johnson, we would like to offer you $50,000 for your property, $30,000 to pay off the liens. Thus, you no longer have to worry about foreclosure, right? And $20,000 in your pocket. Now, once we've done that, okay, we've done the first part. We essentially bought their home for $50,000,
Mm-hmm.
right? We
Mm-hmm.
acquired the home at a good, discounted price. Because remember, the value of the home is $190,000.
Mm-hmm.
Right? We were able to get it at a good undiscounted price. We bought it for $50,000. Now, but here's the deal: that person is not going to have to move out of their home. Yeah, they
Mm-hmm.
never leave their home. Because the second part of the deal is we're going to let them buy the home back from us under a different mortgage.
Mm-hmm.
Essentially, we're gonna. That's called restructuring them. We're not actually restructuring their mortgage. We're giving them a totally different new mortgage,
Mm-hmm.
but at terms much greater, much better than their old mortgage was.
Mm-hmm.
Their old mortgage, they couldn't afford to make a payment. They may have been making a payment of, let's say, $1,900 per month. Okay, on the old mortgage, they may have a $1,900 per month payment. The rate may have been 6%, 7%, 8%. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
But what we do know is they couldn't afford to pay that $1,900 a month. Right?
Right.
Now, we own the house free and clear now. We don't have to we don't have any payments on the house. Right?
Right.
We don't have any payments on the house. So it's a good deal for us. We can go in and we can take $900 off that if we want to.
Right.
Which is what our goal is, to almost cut their payment in half. Thus, taking them out of a situation where they could not afford that mortgage, put them in a situation where now they can afford it, and now they keep their dignity intact.
Mm-hmm.
They get to keep a home that they raised their kids in. They keep to stay in a home that they love, a home that they want, a home that they want to finish out the rest of their lives in. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it may be a 20 or 25-year mortgage, but it won't be a 30 or 40-year mortgage like the old mortgage was.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Right.
But it's a 20 or 25-year mortgage that basically cuts their payment in half.
Mm-hmm.
And remember, they got a $20,000 check at closing when we bought the home.
Mm-hmm.
So when you talk about actual, true foreclosure rescue, this is a true foreclosure rescue plan.
Mm-hmm.
We're not going in and asking, well, we can rescue you from foreclosure, but it's going to cost you $2,500. You're not doing that, right?
Right.
We're not saying, well, we can work on your foreclosure and keep you from, help you avoid foreclosure, but it's going to cost you $750 a month. Right?
Right.
We're not coming in and say, well, we can offer to, stop your foreclosure and pay off your $30,000, but then you don't have to worry about, having that, your credit for 7 years. You ain't gonna have no money in your pocket, but that's a win-win, right?
Mm-hmm. Right.
We're actually going in, and the first part of it is stopping the foreclosure and buying their home from them.
Mm-hmm.
For a total of $50,000, $30,000 to pay off the existing lien, so now they no longer have to worry about a foreclosure, and $20,000 in their pocket. That's first things first. Now the second part is we will make them an offer. Say, look, Mr. Johnson, do you want to keep this home? Do you want to stay in this home? Because if they decide, well, no, I don't want to stay, they got $20,000. Okay, well then we'll give you. You got 30 days. Okay, you got $20,000. You got 30 days to find you another place. If you decide that if you don't want to keep the home, it's totally up to them, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because now we own the home, so we just paid $50,000 for it, right?
Mm-hmm.
We now own the home, so now we offer to rescue them. That's where the rescue part comes in. Now, Mr. Johnson. Now, when we first approach it, we're gonna let them know that that's our goal, but they still can decide. Says, nah, I've had enough of it. I've got a sister that I can move in with, and she's elderly, so I'm gonna move in with her. Her house is paid for, and I'll take this $20,000. I'm just gonna go live with my sister. Do we still have a good deal?
Absolutely.
Does that person still come out on top?
Way on top.
They got $20,000 foreclosure. They're not worried about the house being foreclosed on. We got a home that's worth $190,000. We got it for $50,000. That is a win-win.
Mm-hmm.
Now, we can offer them a win-win-win if they say, well, look, I've been in this home for 15 years. I had a 30-year mortgage anyway, or I had a 40-year mortgage, so I got another 20 years left to pay on it anyway. So I got another 15 years left to pay on it anyway. I had another 15 years left to pay on it, and I was paying $1,900 a month. And if you all are offering me a 20-year mortgage or a 25-year mortgage where my payment is only $1,000 a month, yeah, I'd like to stay in this home. Great. Mm-hmm. Then we do another deal, right? Mm-hmm. We do what's called either a lease purchase contract, or we can do a simple rent to own. Mm-hmm. Right? Either way.
Yeah. Pretty much the same.
Exactly. Lease purchase or rent to own. Now, some of you say, well, why would you do a lease purchase or rent to own and not do a regular mortgage? Because if that person fails to make payments because we're doing a lease purchase and we're doing a rent to own, it's not like we have a regular mortgage that they're under where it takes 2 to 3 years to foreclose. Mm-hmm. Again. Now remember, we ain't no fools now. Right, Ms. Hills?
That's right. Ain't no fool.
Okay, no, we're not fools. Right? We're not fools. Because remember, we're often the person in the home, we're not running any credit checks, we're not doing none of all the stuff that they need to do. We're not even asking them for a freaking security deposit. And we put $20,000 in the pocket.
All right.
Okay. But we are not fools. We're not fool enough to think that if we go into a regular mortgage, that this person may not do the same thing to us that they did on their previous mortgage and it's just decide not to make payments. Mm-hmm. And they get another whole 3 years to ride out before we can actually foreclose on them. But by doing a lease purchase or a rent to own, that falls under the same laws as rent, which means it doesn't take 3 years to get your home back, get your home that you paid for, the home that's rightfully yours, which is it's now rightfully our home. But we're offering them a chance to buy it back from us on a lease to own, on a lease purchase or a rent to own contract. And by doing that, if they fail to make payments, 3-month payments. Now we're not gonna kick them out after one payment. No, if they miss 2-3 month payments, we're gonna let them know, hey, you missed 3 payments now, right? Mr. Hilson, you missed 3 payments.
Hey, we gotta do what we gotta do now. We gotta do what we gotta do.
You need to at least make a payment or a payment and a half, for us not to start the eviction process. Now the eviction process only takes about 30 to 60 days. See, there's a big difference. So don't think because we're generous, don't think because we're rescuing someone that we are fools, because we're not.
Right.
When it's all said and done, we are entrepreneurs, we are businessmen. We're in this industry to make money, but we want to be able to help people and make money. Okay, we're not in this industry to lose money, no way, shape, or form. Right? What's your thought on that? Law, what's your thought on that?
I don't think there's much more to say about that. No, we're definitely not trying to lose any money. We want it to be a win-win-win. And
exactly.
And the only way that's going to be possible is that everybody gets compensated for the work that they do and the input that they made. So we all know how it goes, man. Part of the reason we do this is to be able to pay bills.
Exactly.
And that's bottom line. That's fact of life. You got to pay your bills. So if we're going to be in business, we're going to have to be in business with people who can pay their bills, are willing to pay their bills. And it's already a kind of shaky ground that we're starting on because we're dealing with a person that's already in foreclosure. But we're assuming that we can, when we bring that mortgage down some, that this person will be more capable of upholding their end of the agreement. Now, I do think there are ways that we can secure ourselves in the process. We could go an extra step to, I don't guess we want to depend too much on the credit rating of a person because they may already have bad credit. But at the end of the day, we're secured either way it goes, because if we don't, as long as we do a lease purchase or rent to own, we still own the property. So
exactly,
nothing to lose.
Exactly. Because people who are in foreclosure, they're in foreclosure because they missed a year and a half of payments. That's why they're in foreclosure. You don't get in foreclosure for missing 4, 5, 6 payments.
Right. So your credit is already bad.
Exactly. They missed a year and a half of
payments. Ain't no way to check no credit of somebody in foreclosure.
Exactly. Chances are, if they missed a year and a half of payments, they also had problems paying some of the other debts.
Yeah, my mind went back to lease purchase. Normally, when you're doing lease purchase, you would check somebody's credit. But when you're dealing with foreclosure and what we're trying to do to use lease purchase as a vehicle or a tool to help people stay in their houses, we ain't dealing with people with good credit no more.
Exactly. And also, you got to remember this: we are securing building a portfolio of income-producing properties. That we didn't put out a whole lot of money to acquire.
Correct.
Compared to what the value of the property, so we still have leverage. We still leverage those properties to bring in more revenue.
That's right. Even without anybody in it, we still got a valuable asset.
Exactly, because even if we're doing a lease purchase or a rent to own, the property, we still own the property. We own the property.
Right.
So we can leverage those properties, lines of credit, all types of stuff that we can do to leverage a property and monetize those properties. Correct?
Correct.
Not only that, by building a portfolio of properties that have lots of equity in them. Why? Because we own the property for $50,000. It's valued at $190,000. That's $140,000 worth of equity. Is that not right?
Correct.
So if you got 200 properties with an average $140,000 equity, what's the net worth of all your properties combined together? You see where I'm going with that? So there's really not a whole lot of need for us to go the extra step and look for the security deposits and all this other stuff. No, we're dealing with people that we're trying to rescue.
Right.
We're trying to put them in a situation where they can make a payment. Hence the $20,000 that we put in their pocket.
Right.
right? They can use that to pay off some of the other debt, right?
Mm-hmm.
Help restore their credit, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now,
Right.
there's some other stuff that Ms. Law and I have talked about that we're going to be doing with these people, which we're not going to discuss on here on this
Mm-hmm.
episode. That's for another episode,
Mm-hmm.
especially when we get into people who want to invest and people who want to help us fund properties to do fix-ups and stuff like this and that. There's a whole nother, I'm so excited about it. I'm about to choke myself trying not to talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
But there's another aspect to what we do once we get these properties, once we have these portfolios, that we can help the regular people out there. If you want to get involved in investing in income producing properties, we have a plan put in place and a program put in place where you all can invest in income producing properties and then get your share of the what?
Revenue.
That lease payment. Ooh,
Mm-hmm.
I got chills just thinking about it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm serious. I
Right.
know some people probably with Calvin still the business. Nope. Next time. All right. But I got chills just thinking about, that aspect of what we're doing also, what we're going to be doing also too. Now, that brings us to the point. If you want to get involved with Flipstream, simply go and subscribe. Okay? We have a free trial. Click on the free trial. Okay? When you click on the free trial, it's going to take you over to where you can create, you can sign up, pay for it. It's not going to charge you. It says right here, total today $0. After the free trial, you will be charged $19.99 monthly until cancel.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Very simple. Very simple. And look, and you can do it with your debit or credit card. You can do it through your PayPal account. So we have PayPal, things like that too. Okay? So look, $19.99, 66 cents a day, people. 66 cents a day. And you get access to not only our business lounge, where you're able to use all our search tools to find these properties and put these properties together and evaluate these properties and structure these deals using none of your own money, none of your own credit, right?
Mm-hmm.
Put
Right.
deals together where you can take at closing 10, 20, 30, 40, 60,000. As you just saw today, that Tim's got a deal where he can do 75 to close to $200,000 in his pocket at closing. One deal. You get access to our evaluation tools, access to our investor calculators, tools and calculators, access to our funding partners, more than 500 funding partners. Anything from conventional commercial lending to private lenders to fix and flip loans to business loans to personal loans tailored for you to hard money loans. It's all right here. And you also can get access to our place where you go and you get access to cash buyers. List your properties, list your contracts, list your assignments where you can get offers from cash buyers, people who pay cash for homes, sight unseen, ugly houses, a cash buyer, listing site, all this stuff. You get access to all this stuff. And you get it all for 66 cents a day. And that's not all. That's not all. You also get access to what? Our live mentorship. Now, I can't even, Law, how important is this live mentorship?
It's unbelievably important. In my opinion, it's the one thing that sets Flipstream apart from any other platform, no matter what they're offering, because nobody offers free mentorship with the level of expertise we're sharing, and with the opportunities that we're sharing with people who in a lot of cases know nothing about real estate. We're taking them by the hand and putting them in the driver's seat to make thousands of dollars basically instantly in certain cases, depending on, the deal that we can lock up with the seller. And you can take it from me, it takes years to master the process of going from beginning to closing, or from start to finish, in other words, in this business. The hardest part is finding a motivated seller. And
Exactly.
that's the first thing we teach in the mentorship, is the easiest way I've ever seen in the business, and in all of my time in the business, the easiest way to find a motivated seller possible. And that alone is more valuable than than 10 years worth of your membership costs.
And
um
look,
you know
and you've been doing this for 10, 12 years.
yes, absolutely, absolutely. And I know how hard it is to teach somebody how to locate and identify a motivated seller. We do that in a matter of minutes.
And
you
it's
know
all because of how we have structured, like you said, our Rolodex of
hmm
tools and resources.
Absolutely.
And
So
what
the
we have
first,
laid out for you, you just follow just follow the plan.
yeah.
And like you said, we not only teach you, but we walk you through this step by step.
hmm
We
hmm
literally walk you through your first 4 or 5 deals.
Yeah, and we can
Literally
partner.
tell you,
We
tell
can
you, yeah,
partner with you. We partner with you, and not only hold your hand and teach you how to do it, but we take the deal and get it done for you.
exactly. You find the
That
deal, we close the
right, right.
deal. Simple as that.
Yeah, yeah. The partnership program is second to none. The mentorship program is second to none. The the networking opportunity that we're building through the Investors Lounge, is second to none. And then on top of that, you have all the tools you need and unlimited access and training. Um, I think it's revolutionary. That's all.
Yeah.
That's all I can really
Look,
say.
Flipstream Live Mentorship. The guidance provided by a real estate investor mentor, especially an experienced real estate investor with applicable knowledge of several real estate investment strategies. Look, you're not learning this from somebody who just Googled the stuff.
Not at all.
I mean, look, Mr. Hilton has 10, 12 years consistent in this industry of doing buying homes, flipping houses out, contract flip, all the stuff that we're talking about. He's been doing for the last, he's been making a living at it, a good living, by the way, for the last 10, 12 years. I started off doing this early on. When I learned about it, I paid $14,000 to go to a seminar to learn this stuff back in 1995. Right? Kind of stepped away from it, didn't really do anything with it, but that was just my own ignorance. I kind of didn't do anything with it until I became homeless. When I became homeless, I said, well, shoot, let me put some of that $14,000 I paid to youth, right? And flipped my first property. Took me 17 days from start to finish. Over 28 grand at closing. And did it from a homeless shelter. Flipped 4 properties after that. Within the next 45 days, they helped me to be able to pay cash for my first time home. Out the homeless shelter. Okay? Got off into trucking and doing some other stuff, but you're dealing with, and I've also since then have become a commercial loan broker. So I'm in this industry. I see all this stuff. This is how I know so much about this industry and what goes on in the industry and all the different strategies, because I'm in and around this. I've been in and around this stuff constantly. So when we say with applicable knowledge, we have applicable knowledge. Even our other mentors that we're going to be bringing on, they're going to have to be people who have done deals and who have become good at doing these deals. Once they've done that, then they can then come to us and say, hey, I'd like to apply to become a mentor. Okay? We evaluate them. We look at the deals that they've done. We say, hey, you've done 6, 7, 8 deals, and you made great money on all of them. You obviously got this process down. Yeah, you can now become a mentor. Where they can help walk people through the process and advise people and coach people and mentor people. Now, as you might know, mentorship costs a lot of money. Mr. Hilson, how much money did you pay for your mentor?
$16,000. And that was just for one. That's the largest one I paid for direct mentorship. I actually paid $5,000 for another one that was kind of indirect. It wasn't directly with the person that I was being mentored by. It was with an assistant of the person, that type of thing, very effective mentorship though. I've learned a lot. And
that's a lot of money to pay for a feeling.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, Mr. Hilton, I can't meet with you today, but my assistant will take care of you. My secretary will take care of you.
No.
He only charges $5,000.
No, better than that. It was never, I'm going to be your mentor. It's no, this is my mentorship. You won't be working with me. You'll be working with one of my team, and this is the price. Yeah.
Classic.
It was never. Yeah, you're never going to work with the man.
Yeah. Look. Here's what you get with us. Okay. The guidance provided by a real estate investment mentor, especially an experienced real estate investor with applicable knowledge of several real estate investment strategies, is extremely valuable and can be very expensive, as you all just heard. On average, $3,000 to $10,000 for a 1-hour session. Flipstream subscription members pay no upfront fees for mentorship ever. Let me repeat that. Flipstream subscription members pay no upfront fees for mentorship ever. When you schedule a live session with our mentors, you are agreeing to compensate that mentor with 10% to 20% of your settlement at the closing of the successful project. They assist you with. Each mentor fee is posted on their profile. So we have a vested interest in your success. You don't pay us a dime in mentorship fees until we give you great advice that leads to you closing a deal.
Right.
Not like these other programs out there where you got to pay $5,000, $10,000, $12,000, $16,000 up front before you even talk with your mentor. And you don't even know if the advice they're going to give you is going to be worth anything or not. Right?
Actually, you don't. Not until you do it. Actions speak louder than words.
But this is the energy, because real estate is such a value commodity. Real estate is such a great way to earn money. Real estate is at the top of the food chain when it comes to entrepreneurship. Is it not?
Absolutely. Everybody wants it. Everybody wants to be a part of it.
Always will be, and always has been, and always will be.
And God is the first real estate investor.
He was the first real estate developer. He was the first real estate developer.
Yeah, there you go, real estate developer. Right, there you go.
Yeah.
I guess investor too, because he invested in it and he definitely got his return. It was an investment.
Look, I like that analogy because he did. The first, he built all this before he created us.
Right, the original real estate investor.
Okay, and put us in. Say now, here you go. You all are property managers.
Right, there you go. There you go. Yeah. And flip all you want.
They say you're the property manager.
There you go.
Manage it well. Right? So look. Real estate investing is such a sought after commodity. It is such, it is. I don't know too many ways you can make money without using any of your own money.
Correct.
The kind of money that we are proposing here, the kind of money you can make in this industry. And there's so many different ways to make money in real estate. And we, between the two of us and our other mentors that we're going to be bringing on in the future, but just between the two of us, we got you covered on just about whatever type of strategy you want to pursue. Okay, Flipstream, the way it's set up, the tools, the resources, everything that's in it, everything we give you access to. got you covered on I don't care what type of strategy you want to pursue, whether it's flipping properties using none of your own money to doing development projects that's worth 50 to 100 to $200 million.
Mm-hmm.
Flipstream can accommodate you.
Mm-hmm.
And you get all this for what? $19.99 per month for the first 1,000 subscribers, 66 cents per day.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now for that, you also get to come here. You can book and schedule your mentorships with us.
Mm-hmm.
As you see here, you can book them.
Mm-hmm.
There's me. There's my schedule. You can click the book. If you want longer than a 30-minute session, you just book 2 sessions back to back. Or you can actually book up to 3 sessions back, give you an hour and a half.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now you do have to book them in advance. I think I've got mine set for you. You have to book them at least 3 hours in advance. Mr. Hilson has to book his at least 24 hours in advance.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. He does mostly evening sessions and night sessions. But I do day sessions. My sessions that I do are from 10 a.m. until 1:30 p.m. It's my last booking. His sessions are from 6 p.m. His last booking is at 8:30 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we got you covered. For those of you who are not able to book sessions during the day because you have regular jobs, or consider be, you can book with Mr. Hilson. For those of you that are able to book during the day, you can book with me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
yes, sir.
And we each only charge 10%.
Mm-hmm.
After you closed and made money on the deal.
Yeah, at closing, never out of your pocket.
Exactly. Look, if we don't give you good enough advice for you to make money, you don't pay us a dime.
Right.
Plain and simple.
Absolutely.
Plain and simple. We're not here to take advantage of anybody.
Mm-hmm.
The same morality that we apply to the people that we're trying to help with foreclosure, we apply that same morality to the people who we're trying to help make money.
Mm-hmm.
We're not here to take advantage of anyone. Okay, that's first and foremost our platform. As you all can see, it is highly transparent, completely transparent, and we are here to help people to either make money, help people to avoid foreclosure, help people to start over, help people to rescue their homes. And if you want to be a part of this and be a part of something that helps people to do these things and make a lot of great money at the same time, go ahead and subscribe. Just go ahead and subscribe.
Regret it. You won't regret it.
Promise you won't. Promise you won't. Matter of fact, when you subscribe, you start getting messages from us letting you know that if you don't know where to start, go ahead and book and schedule your first mentorship session.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's one of the messages that everybody who subscribed to get that message. Anybody who's ever joined our platform, they'll tell you when they joined the platform, the first message they got was "Welcome to Flipstream."
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and Flipstream is a great platform, but it's getting better because we're always upgrading and adding new resources, tools, software, and strategies.
Mm-hmm.
The second message you get is not sure where to start. Feel free to book and schedule your first mentorship session. It gives you the link. Just go and you can book your first mentorship session.
Mm-hmm.
And we can go through your first 3 or 4 deals, step by step.
Can't beat it.
And they're recorded on our YouTube channel and on our Facebook page where you can go back and review them.
Mm-hmm.
And for other people.
Mm-hmm.
That's Flipstream. Why is it so vital that we need people to subscribe to our platform? Because when you subscribe to our platform, that's money that's going to help us to generate the capital we need to do the rescue program.
Mm-hmm.
For those of you who can afford it and you want to become lifetime members, please do.
Mm-hmm.
Because we get that 100 lifetime members, we can immediately begin to help people rescuing people from foreclosure.
Mm-hmm.
Because you figure on average we got what? Our average buyouts is going to be about $40,000 to $50,000. Because most of the time we're running people that have mortgages, have liens that are about $26,000 to $30,000, right?
Right.
Most of the time. And we put another $20,000 in the pocket, so that's $50,000 on average. So we've got $250,000 to start off with.
We got our first 5 deals right there.
Exactly. We can do our first 5 rescues right there, just off of the what you call it. And every 3 months, we got enough money to do a rescue from our monthly revenue.
Right, to do another one.
Exactly.
Do 3 more a year, and that has nothing to do with other outside ventures we got going on to help with this.
And we're setting people up on, let's say, $1,000 a month on their mortgages, which is going to be about half what the average mortgage is now anyway, right? Some might be 800, some may be 700, but it's going to be average about $1,000 a month. Some may be 1,200 bucks, depending on what their previous mortgage was. Okay, and we're acquiring these properties. We're doing this. So we get $1,000 a month, and then we get up to 100 of these that we've done. That's bringing us $100,000 a month. So you see how, yes, we are using the money that we make up front to fuel making more money on the end. At the same time, we're rescuing people and helping people. And the way that, and imagine you sending us a rescue deal. Now, there's 2 ways that you can make money with FlipStream. Actually, there's 4 ways, but we're not going to discuss the other 2 just yet. But there's 2 ways you can make money using FlipStream. You can do the avoidance deal where you're offering them money to pay off their liens and put money in their pocket, and then we flip it out, and then you make a big lump sum at the settlement. 14 to 25 days. You make 20, 40, 50, 60. In Mr. Tim's case, 75 to 100 to $200,000 at closing. Right? Those deals. But when you do a rescue deal, when you submit someone who wants to stay in their home and do a rescue deal, you are creating your own portfolio of income producing properties. Because when we do a rescue deal, that person starts making the monthly payments. Guess what? If they're doing $1,000 a month on the monthly payment, and you're getting 20% of that on the rescue deal, that's $200 a month that's coming to you. $200 a month with 100 rescue deals.
20,000.
That's $20,000 a month, consistent money each and every month for the next 15, 20, 25 years.
And keep in mind, the majority of the properties that we find are not going to be people necessarily trying to live in them. A lot of them are going to already be vacated. So,
so you have a balance. So you're going to have a balance of some, I would say about 70% of the deals you're doing are going to be where we're buying we're getting the end buyer, and you're getting a lump sum at closing. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, $100,000. Another 30% is going to be the rescue deal that you do, where you're building what?
Wealth, actually.
Yeah, you're building your long-term wealth, because you do 100 of those deals, that's $20,000 a month. That's 20 grand a month. I want y'all to understand something. That's 20 grand a month. That's $240,000 a year. On just your recurring revenue. That's separate from your deals that you're doing when you're cashing out these big deals. When you're doing the money, when you're getting your settlement at closing. Even the ones, and remember, you have the partnership deals where we will do half of it. You do the first half, we take care of the second half, then we split that. You have the deal that you can do through mentorship, where you only pay us 10% to 20%, and you have the deals that you can do completely on your own, where you keep 100% of your settlement. This $240,000 deal on the 100 deals that you do on the rescue program, that's something totally different.
Right.
Now, what happens after 10 years? Let's say you got 100 of those deals, and they have each one of those deals have a maturity value.
Wait a minute. You're getting into next week.
Yeah, it's so hard for me not to, man. look, y'all. Mr. Hilson's job is to keep the rain on me. If he let me go unchecked, I'll spill all the beans.
We won't have
I'll
nothing to
spill all
talk
the beans in one episode.
about.
All right.
Hey,
All
but
right.
what you can tell them, what you can tell them, what if they get that 10% right? What if you're talking about 100 properties at 240,000 a year? Let's say you get that 10% right, and you get 10 properties, and you bring in an extra $2,400 a month.
And I don't even want to talk about it, man, because if I can't tell it all, I don't want to talk about it.
All right, there you go. I'm with you.
I don't want to talk about it, man. I don't want to talk about it because if I can't tell it all, I don't want to talk about it. So I'm just going to leave it at that. And we'll see that next.
Save it for next
time. All right. Look, everybody. Look, everybody. Go ahead and subscribe to Flipstream. Get involved with Flipstream. Okay, you can get involved this way by becoming one of our real estate day traders or becoming a subscription member, having access to all these tools and resources. And this is a great way to make money. It's a way you can. It's not only a great way to make money, but it's a way to make money that you can feel good about yourself because you're helping people.
Absolutely.
Okay. I mean, you are genuinely helping people that desperately need your help.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, subscribe to Flipstream. Let's get this 1,000 subscribers. I'm challenging everyone that's in that hears this or sees this, everyone that sees this, share this video, share our website, tell people about what we're doing. Let's get this 1,000 subscribers so we can start helping people. Let's get this 100 lifetime membership so we can start rescuing people. Let's get you all to doing these deals and finding these deals and flipping these deals out so you all can put 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, $100,000 in your pocket on each flip. And you can do 10, 15, 20 flips a month if you want to.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Let's make this a movement.
That's right.
Because it's worth it and it's valuable. And we have a lot to offer people. We can help a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
Some of you out there right now may be facing foreclosure.
Mm-hmm.
Contact us. Get in touch with us.
Mm-hmm.
But let's get subscribed. Those of you who want to use this to make money and to help people, subscribe.
Mm-hmm. Sign
up for the 1-day free trial. Schedule your mentorship. I'll make you a deal. You sign up, you schedule your mentorship. If that mentorship session is not everything we say it is, cancel. Right, Ms. Hilson?
Right.
Look, if that mentorship session is not everything we say it is, if in that mentorship session, if we don't show you how you can definitely make a ton of money and show you how easy it is with us walking you through it step by step, cancel.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Look, we ain't trying to hold nobody's feet to the fire here.
Mm-hmm. Right? That's right. That's right. We're looking for serious people that's serious about the movement and want to make it big in real estate.
And we know that we can teach. Hey, I mean, we got a guy, Mr. Daniels, who don't know nothing about computers. He done submitted 2 deals to us on the partnership program. He got a bunch of deals he's working himself. Mr. Daniels getting ready to make some serious money.
Okay.
He don't even know nothing about computers.
Right. Much less real estate.
We got we got other people like Tapper, who has created her own company based on using the tools and resources that she's using through Flipstream.
Mm-hmm.
She's literally created her own We Buy Houses company.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, come on. And it's powered by Flipstream.
Mm-hmm.
Tools and resources.
There you go. What can't you do with Flipstream?
Yeah. But get involved. Now, the other way that you can get involved with us, if you want to become a shareholder or an actual investor in Flipstream, if you like what you've seen, you like what we have here, you want to become a shareholder, give me a call. Okay, you can contact me through the site, go through the contact page, You can give me a call, you send me an email, or shoot me a message. Okay? And we have a meeting with you, me, and Mr. Hilson, and we will discuss what it's going to take for you to be a shareholder in Flipstream. Now, I'm gonna be upfront with you right now. This is not one of those things where you can come in and you can invest a couple $100. You want to be on that level. That's not what we're looking for. And we're not looking for, we're not looking for 100 shareholders. That's not what we're looking for. Okay. We're looking for people who can afford to invest a considerable amount of money to create something that's going to be, I hate to even say it, but it's going to have tremendous payout. Okay. So when I say we're looking for serious investors, we're looking for serious investors. It's not something you come in, you can just throw $2,000 or $3,000, $4,000 at. No, we're talking about serious investors. If you think that you are a serious investor and you can afford it, give me a call and contact me. Okay, and we'll lay it out for you. We'll discuss it with you. We'll structure it out and show you how you can fit in with us. All right. So, look, that's gonna do it for today. That's gonna do it for today. Thank you all. I appreciate you all. We got Jen Williams in the chat today. She's joined us on YouTube. Jen said, "I know the feeling." LOL. Hey, Jen. Nice to have you on with us today, Jen. For joining us. I hope you enjoyed today's broadcast. Again, I want to thank my partner, Mr. Law Hilson, over at Capital City Home Buyers. Capital City Home Buyers. If you're looking at us right now and you want to go ahead and get involved with Flipstream, go ahead and take your phone, take a picture of that QR code right there, click on that free trial. It'll take you right over to where you can go ahead and get signed up and start your free trial with Flipstream. Or look at the bottom of the page down there, it says right here, you can try our free trial and explore all the benefits of Flipstream. Go ahead and go to flip-stream.com/plans-pricing. Look, everybody. Thank you all. Thank you all. Thank each and every last one of you all. We appreciate you all for joining us today. This has been Mr. Law Hilson and myself, Calvin Butler. And we really, really, really appreciate y'all. And anything you want to say in closing, Mr. Hilson?
Get in with us and help us push this movement forward. Don't wait. Don't waste any more time. Nothing to think about. It's a no-brainer. You come in for free and you got 24 hours to come up with $20 to start your career in real estate or advance your career in real estate. Worst case scenario, you're already doing it big and you see this as an opportunity to come in and help us help other people. So either way it goes, we love to have you, and don't wait. Get started today.
Yeah, Flipstream is going to change some lives. Okay, at every aspect. If you're looking for something you can make a lot of money in, Flipstream will help change your life. If you're looking for a way to save your home and keep your home and have some type of light at the end of the tunnel, foreclosure, Flipstream will help change your life. It really will. Look, thank you, everybody. Appreciate you. Don't forget, take a picture of this QR code or go to flip-stream.com/plans-pricing and get signed on with us today. Thank you all. I appreciate everybody. We'll see y'all back here next week. Don't forget, we got training for our subscription members, for our real estate day traders, Wednesday night, 7 p.m. Our live Zoom training every Wednesday night, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time at our Zoom link. Not at this link, but at our Zoom training link that all of y'all have anyway. But just reminding you all, training every Wednesday night, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on our live Zoom training. Look, everybody, thank you all. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Go to our YouTube channel, flip-stream.com on YouTube. Go to flip-stream live on YouTube, Flipstream Live. Flip-Stream Live on YouTube. Look it up, subscribe, get access to all our videos, all our training sessions. You know, we don't hold nothing back, right? We don't hold nothing back. We spill the beans. We spilling the beans, okay?
Right.
Everybody else, I want you to come to a seminar and then pay $14,000, $15,000 to get access to this stuff. We giving it away on YouTube.
Absolutely.
100%. It's free. Our YouTube channel is free. Subscribe to our platform if you want to get access to all the tools, resources, training, support, and mentorship. Thanks again, everybody. Bye, everybody. See y'all next time. This has been Calvin Butler and Mr. Long Hilson for Flip Stream. Bye, everybody.